This time we will study about the pin. What is a pin? The pin is a configuration of three pieces. We have one piece which we call the attacker. This is the rook. We have one piece which we call the target. This is the king, and we have the pinned piece, the bishop. There are different types of pins. This pin we call an absolute pin because the bishop is pinned by the rook. The bishop cannot move because of the rules, because then it would be a checkmate by the rook. So in this situation, actually black to move, so it's easy to win. Just winning the pin piece. So rook takes bishop. Okay, let's go for the next one. White to move. Okay, so actually there is a pin here, which we can look, it's a pin, but sometimes, because it's not an absolute pin like in the last game, because now knight can move, of course, then the queen will be probably captured, so it's losing material, but it's not an absolute pin, it's a relative pin. So we have the attacker, the bishop, the target, the queen, and the pin piece, the knight. But here I think white can take the rook, because when the queen captures, white will capture also the black queen. This could be a solution, but this is not the solution, so let's try again. Okay, so this is not about the pin actually, but it's more like the checkmate. Yeah, this is a pin again, but yeah, this is kind of like a more like a checkmate puzzle. And take it. Okay, let's make it clear. I think this is not the right pin. Okay, let's go next one. Let's hope it will be more like about the pin. No, this is another checkmate. Will be, yeah, including the pin again, like the attacker, the light bishop, and the target, the queen, and the pin piece. But this is again more likely a checkmate puzzle. Let's look again. Black to move. So where is the pin? This is a pin actually. Yeah, there is a attacker, the target, and the knight. It's a pin piece, and this is an absolute pin because the knight cannot move. Okay. Yeah. Probably again it's going more likely. And one important idea, when a piece is pinned, it's losing its potential of the movement and also the defending power. Like, for example, here, give a check, we take it, and now normally the knight would be able to capture the bishop and there would be no checkmate, but now because it's pinned, cannot defend anymore, so it's a checkmate. Let's look one more. Black to move. Where is a pin? If you look anywhere, pin. Probably this will be again not really about a pin, but it's a checkmate puzzle. Check and captures. Yeah, it's really strange why it says a pin. It was more likely kind of like a double attack actually. It's a double attack, it's a check and attacking the queen at the same time. Let's go for one more. Black to move, it's again another checkmate. Yeah, this is a pin, yeah. We can look at absolute pin. There is the attacker, attacks the queen, king, which is a target, and the pin piece, the bishop. It's an absolute pin, the bishop cannot move, because then it would be a check. But black can do and go for the checkmate. Check and checkmate. Let's look again if there is something about the pin. Yeah, this is a pin. The attacker, the target, the rook is the target, and the pin piece which blocks the attacker to reaching the target. So that's pinned. It's a relative pin. The knight can move, but then it will be lost, the bishop for the rook. So winning an exchange. Hello GC, nice to see you. So, what's going on here? Probably this is not about the pins, but more like removing the defender, capturing the knight, which protects the bishop. Yeah, so it's not about the pin. Yeah, in chess.com, the puzzles, there are some definitely not in the right group, or not like typical examples. Yeah, of course there is a pin, but that was not the typical about this puzzle. And not like the bishop pair, which they said, but this is removing the defender, yeah. It was more likely, so it's defended and remove the defender, winning a piece. Let's look again. Pin, where is the pin? Here's the target, the queen, king, the attacker is the queen, and there is the pin piece on the knight on h3. Yeah, so maybe this can be something similar. Probably will be capturing, capture, queen capture. Comes check, king, queen, probably something like that. Yeah, and this wins. Yeah, this would be, if you look forward, yeah, this would be about the pin, because here it became again pin, this bishop. The bishop is pinned against the king by the rook, and then we go and get new queen. So, y2, okay, so this is like an example about the pin, or it can be actually. Yeah, this is nice, this is really about the pin. Pinning the queen, bishop b5. It was pinning the queen and then it's winning the queen. This is a powerful move, bishop b5, pinning. If the knight captures the bishop, then the queen captures queen, because it's also kind of like removing the defender actually, because then it would more defended. So removing the defender, it can be also another team which will be, I think, logical here. Okay, so white to move, white to move. I don't think, again, this is about the pins. What's pinned here? Yeah, this pawn is pinned actually. We can say like this is pinned because if this moves, then queen captures queen. But this is more about like kind of like a double attack of checkmating or winning the rook. So it's not about the pin, it's not about the battery. It's actually the real theme here is a double attack. It's really a double attack after check. It's a double attack, threatening to win the rook and giving the checkmate. Okay, yeah, let's go forward. Okay, let's go for the next one. Black to move. This bishop is pinned. Yeah, because if there's the attacker, the target, the g3 rook, and this is the pin because if the moves, then it's captured. This is what I can tell about the pin here, but something different comes here probably. Interesting, because white has an extra rook. So black need to be really creative here to get back to the game. This is interesting. We rook g4 to save the rook and then try to attack. Yeah, it doesn't see that good for black. This is not the thing. It's not the capture. Okay, but this is something maybe it was. What if king f2? Then I think it's. Okay. Let me put this to analysis board. Here then. And this is really interesting because this is a checkmate actually. Yeah, this is what I missed. After this check, king f2 is not good. Yeah, but this is tough, I think, tough to find. Okay, let's go for the next one. Black to move. Okay, now it's a pin. Now making a pin. Yeah, this looks good. The attacker, the target, the king, and the pin piece. So it's an absolute pin because when the target is the king, then the pins are absolute. Pin is an absolute pin because the pin piece cannot move because of the check. Okay. Okay, let's go for the maybe two more from this level, and then we go for some higher ones. Okay, but it looks like now it's getting some more logical ones. So how to make a pin to win the pin piece is bishop f4. This is an absolute pin, cannot go away, and so winning the queen. There's the attacker, the target, and the pin piece. Okay, one more, and then we go for some harder ones. So black to move. Wow. I guess this is not about the pin, but this is just a checkmating one. Okay, yeah. This is about smother mate, yeah. Nothing about the pin. Okay, so let's make it more challenging. Ah yes, for example, this will be we are forcing now white to the pin with the rook move, and then sometimes what we can do, how we can take advantage of the pin, we attack the pin piece one more time, and then if the opponent cannot protect, then the pin piece cannot run away, so we will win it. Check. So it was a nice example, to forcing a pin. So there is the attacker, the target, so the rook is the attacker, the king with g1 on the target, the f1 bishop is the pinned piece, and this is an absolute pin, the bishop cannot move because of the check. And then to take advantage of on the pin, you try to attack one more time the pinned piece. Sometimes it cannot be defended. Okay, this is good. Black to move. Okay, this is strange. I don't look here any pinned piece. Anything about pin? Black to move. Yeah, maybe this is tactics which is not right. What can black do here? D4 is a protected pass pawn, so that's good, that's for sure. If you look to captures, capturing, then probably he will capture back with the rook. Yeah, if this knight would move, then this would be maybe a pinned pawn, because this would be the attacker, this would be the target, and the c4 would be pinned. Yeah, this is all which I can think about. Something will be pinned here, but that doesn't look that strong or that challenging. No knight a5, then what can black do? b4 maybe, then captures, capture. Knight takes e4, captures, then d3, then knight moves. This looks like a mistaken. No knight. Okay. Yeah, I just didn't see what was the last move. It's en passant. It's an en passant, I think it's more like a double attack. Capture was taking the pawn, and okay, now it's pinned, so now it's possible to take this one. So look, so this is other stuff what we can do when it's something pinned. So this is the attacker, this is the target. The white queen is the target, and the bishop is the pinned piece. And one important idea about the pinned piece losing its possibilities to defend or attack. The most important, the defending ability. So it's the e4 pawn is not really defended anymore because the bishop is pinned. So we can take it. If he takes the knight, then we leave material there. Okay, let's go forward. Okay, it's another idea about the pin and about, again, the losing the defending power. So this is the attacker, the d1 rook, the d8 rook is the target, and the d4 knight is the pinned piece. It's pinned by the white rook, so it's losing its defending possibilities of the other knight. So we can just take the knight, because if he would still capture, then lose the target piece. Let's look again. Yeah, this is not about the pin, I think. This is a pin, an absolute pin. The target, the king is the target, the attacker is the rook, and the knight is the pin piece, but this is more likely about the double attack, like it comes a double attack, plus a Zwischenzug, it's called the intermediate move. So before capturing the rook, black has a good intermediate move. First saves his rook actually to get at least the knight for it, and then takes the... So it's not about the pin, absolutely no. Not about the knight outpost. It's a double attack, plus a Zwischenzug, so the intermediate move. Black to move, black to move. Just capture, and let's checkmate. But it's not about the pin. It's more likely about the weakness of the back rank. Yeah, I can show like a pin, like this is an absolute pin. The d1 rook is the attacker, the king is the target, and the bishop is pinned. But this is not relevant here. It's more the, or this is also pinned, the e1 rook, but it's immediately can be captured, so it's not relevant. It's more like the back rank issue. Let's look a few more. So rook f7 is the move. Okay, if we want to show a pin, this is an absolute pin. The g1 rook is the attacker, so the g7 rook is the attacker, the g1 queen is the target, and the pin piece, the bishop on g3. Question if we can use it some way. Here we can sacrifice it to yes. Take. If king h1, the bishop takes e4, that's good. If king f1, that's the question what to do. Maybe rook g8. This is more about like something like eliminating the defender. But here is still not that easy. Taking. Ah, okay, actually sitting bishop d3, okay. Okay, then it's clear, and also sitting check, and then moving the bishop with the check. Okay, I just needed to calculate one move longer. So the king f1, bishop takes e4, and that's just super strong. Okay, let's go for the next one. Let's look the pins. This is an absolute pin. The g5 queen is the attacker, the g1 queen is the target, king is the target, and the g2 pawn is pinned. But if black to move, more likely it's like will be a discovered attack. Because there's which we need to be careful. And this is also kind of like a pin, yeah. The bishop is pinned. If the bishop moves, then the queen can capture the rook. So the queen is the attacker, the d8 rook is the target, and this is the pin piece. But which need to be careful about the pin. Sometimes the pin piece can move, so if it's not an absolute but a relative pin, and that can be like a discovered attack against the attacker. Attacker becomes the attacked. It's a check. And the rook is capturing. So the bishop, it's a discovered attack. It's the target will attack actually the attacker. So it backfires. and black queens. Let's do 3 more from this level, and then we go always maybe stronger, higher. Okay, yeah, this is a clear, nice example about the pin. This is an absolute pin. Yeah, the f6 queen is the attacker, the b2 king is the target, and the c3 rook is the pin piece. And how we can take advantage of the pin piece, if we attack it, because it cannot go out, especially if it's an absolute piece, so it cannot go out because then it would be a check. So we need to attack the pin piece one more time and then win it. This is a nice example about what to do when you were able to pin the opponent piece. Black to move again. Yeah, it's a pin. G6 queen is the attacker, the G1 king is the target, and the G2 pawn is pinned. Probably just take it. No, it's not. Not yet. Oh, this is nicer to go. It's the first one, check. When the rook f1 comes, then rook takes g2, check, king h1, queen takes f1, checkmate. So it's not about the pin, but more likely about the back rank attack here. Back rank weakness. Okay, and one more. White to move. Let's look if there's any pins. I don't look here any pins. Yeah, if rook takes a8, then that would pin the knight. Or that would be an absolute pin. Of course, the rook on a8 would be the attacker, the target would be the e8 king, and the b8 knight would be the pin piece. Okay, captured, and the queen will be captured. That's not good. So probably it's more like making an intermediate move. Taking check and then take the. Now it's need to first save the queen, so the check can make an intermediate move. Yeah, it's not about pins, not about vulnerable king. It's more again about switching to intermediate move. So here we can see a pin. The knight cannot move because then the attacker, the d1 bishop, would take the h1 queen as a target. But again, this is about the double attack, not the pin. Taking the knight, and if the queen takes the bishop, then it's a double attack with the knight. So yeah, it's kind of like a double attack or fork, yeah. It was not about the idea, it was not a pin. But deflection, is also about, or decoy, maybe you can say. So it's try to force the black queen to the square where we can make the double attack. Okay, let's try and make it more advanced from 1400 to 1800. A little bit stronger ones. Let's look for pins. I look like 2 pins. One is the b5 bishop pinning the d7 knight to the e8 rook. The b5 attacker, e8 target, and in between there is the pins on this. And also here is the attacker, the e2 queen. The target is the e8 rook, and the pin piece is the bishop on e6. It don't look like I can do this really. But a5 actually is really interesting. The queen is actually trapped. So it's not about the pin or not about the battery version that they set here, but it's more likely the trapped piece. Yeah, because the queen is trapped actually after a5. Yeah, that's it. Okay, white to move. It's again not about the pin. I can show you what is a pin. This is a pin here. The g5 bishop is the attacker, the e7 bishop is the target, and the knight is pinned. So the knight can, if the knight moves, then the black bishop would be captured, but it's more likely, not this is the key of these tactics, but it's more about the trapped piece again. Because and removing the defender, removing the knight covers the square, where we can attack the trapped piece. So we take it. So it's not about, absolutely not about the pin. Let's suggest a team. It's removing the defender. And trapped piece. Because yeah, that rook is trapped, and also because now it's trapped, it cannot be saved, only by a sacrifice. And here, to be able to put this bishop to a good square, we need to remove the defender, the knight. Okay, let's go forward. Let's look again. Black to move. Let's look if there's a pin here. Probably here we will again not the pin, the main team. Yeah, like this is one pin example. The bishop on c4, the attacker, the e6 pawn is the target, and the d5 knight is the pin piece. If the knight moves, then the bishop can take on e6. But this will be more likely about some vulnerable king. I would say like bishop c5 check, king f1. And what can we do after bishop c5? King f1. Bishop c5 check, king f1. Queen h1 check, king e2. It's not easy. Or maybe this is easy, but just I can't see it. Bishop c5 check, king f1. There something some other checks. So white has an extra rook, so black should win at least the rook back, or at least a piece, because yeah, black has 4 pawns for the rook. Any ideas? Yeah, bishop c5, king f1. Then this would be a pinned rook. Sure, that's a pinned piece, but yeah, it looks, this bishop is far away, the rook is far away. It's maybe I'm missing some obvious thing, or maybe who put these tactics in that missed an obvious thing. Who missed? That's the question. Or maybe it will be like a quiet move, like bishop d7 after bishop c5 check. Yeah, I can imagine everything. Do you see GC? Huh. What's this rook? Okay, rook f2. Yeah, now this is a pin piece. Yeah, it's a check and it's capturing. So this is surely good, but let's analyze this, because what if king f1? Let's there I'm missing something probably. Check. Ha! The computer says knight f6 here, the move. Wow. Knight f6. Ha! What a move. Removing the defender of the rook. How? Queen e2, then it's a nice checkmate. Check, and the king. Now the king is blocked. Yeah, it looks like he cannot really protect anymore the rook, and then if it's need to move, then the goal is reached. So one back the rook. Wow, knight f6. If check comes. Okay, no, it just can't shoot. It's protected. It's not happening. Wow, knight f6. Yeah. Quite hard to see. Okay, let's do one more. Hopefully this will be easier. Yeah, looks like it's maybe just too easy. It's a pinned. The attacker, the bishop, the rook is the target, and the knight is pinned. And actually this is already the situation when it was pinned and attacked one more time, so it's just time to win it. Okay, hopefully you've looked a few ideas about the pin and learned a few things. Yeah, thank you for watching, and see you hopefully soon.